Hi there, I would like to share some thoughts on La Sportiva Legends Only. As you know, the competition took place last week in Stockholm, and if you haven't seen it, I will put the link to the live stream in the description. It was a really cool comp, and I'm gonna go over the setting style, what I liked about the competition, what I didn't like so much. And I'm gonna start with the negative stuff first to get it out of the way. There were some serious issues with the live streaming, especially with the sound. Most of the time it was really hard to understand what Liam Lonsdale, the commentator, was saying. They tried to do this thing in which Liam Lonsdale and Alex Megos were both the announcer in the venue, for the venue, and also the commentator. So while a climber was climbing, Liam was behind the computer doing the normal commentary for the live stream, and then in between the problems, both Liam and Alex Megos would stay on the mat and do commentary interviews at the same time for the venue and for the live streaming. And I'm guessing that with all this complexity of different microphones and which microphone goes for the venue and which microphone goes for the live streaming and when are they supposed to go to both places, I'm guessing that something went wrong, and most of the time we were getting either just the sound from the venue or a little bit of sound from Liam, but really far away, and suddenly a mic would come online and it was really loud. The sound was a terrible mess, which is a pity because I really like Liam Lonsdale commentating style, and well, it didn't work this time. There were also some minor issues with the image, the interlacing, not a big deal, and the camera work. Sometimes they were closing in so much, they were just showing a part of the climber's body. And it wasn't a hand or a really interesting foothold. There was just, I don't know, a shoulder or an elbow or a neck. And that's not what I want to see. You can do that in the replays. But while the climb is taking place, please show the entire body of the climber as much as you can. Ideally, the entire body and part of the problem. At least the holds that the climber is using right now and the holds that the climber is going to be using at the end of the movement. Because all of it is interesting. It's not just about how the climber is holding a given hold with one hand. It's about what the climber is doing with the other hand and with each of her feet and with the hips and with the body position and how the climber starts the move, how the climber stops the move. You need to see the entire body. Especially on the weight problem, when the climbers were doing the dyno, many times they were just showing part of the climber's body. And during a dyno, that's a really big mistake. So, okay, that's the negative part. And now let's get on the positive part. First of all, I loved the yellow problem. That was awesome. That was such a great problem. So not modern, so basic, so just really hard moves, really hard to stay on the wall, really precise footwork, tons and tons of body tension, and Fanny Ibert's ascent of that problem. That was great. I was shouting at the TV, literally shouting at the TV. That was one of the greatest moments of the season for sure. So cool, that problem. I really like the problem. I really like the fact that I thought, okay, nobody's gonna climb this. After the first round of climbers, okay, this was probably their best try because they were fresh. They were the organizers probably decided to put them on the yellow problem to start the competition because they knew that the problem was really hard and they needed to be fresh. So even though they were fresh, they were falling left and right. So okay, nobody's gonna climb this one. This is gonna be it's a pity because the problem is really cool, but nobody's gonna get to the top. And then boom, last climber, last try, and she sends it. It was super cool. Then, white problem. I didn't like it so much. I found it a little bit bland. Still, something like the first two climbers flashed it, something like that, and I said, this is going to be a flash fit, everyone's going to send it in the first try or maybe the second try, but a couple of climbers ended up not sending it. But, well, didn't like it so much. I liked the last move. The last move was really cool with when you have this shoulder move and to stand up and then catch the top. That was really cool. Then the red problem. I liked it. I like this new move that they have in which you push with one foot and stabilize yourself just using an elbow, like a stone. yeah, that was a cool move, but I don't know how easy it is to set this move in a way that prevents tall climbers from cheating. For instance, Stachageo didn't have to do that. And I cannot imagine how to set the problem, and this is probably just lack of imagination on my part. I'm not sure how to set the move in such a way that it's possible for shorter climbers, and they can really push high enough to really stop themselves. Because if you stop here, there's no way you're gonna be able to stack the move. So for shorter climbers, they need to be able to get high enough. But at the same time, if shorter climbers can do that, then taller climbers can probably just reach statically. I don't know. The move was cool, and the last part of the problem with that dyno at the end, that was really cool as well. I really liked how Shonakoshi climbed this problem. Then the blue problem, I think it was probably the second best problem after the yellow one. Again, a lot of body tension, a lot of precise footwork, and a lot of pushing. In this comp, they had to push a lot. There was a lot of hard gastons and shoulder moves. I think every single problem had at least one hard shoulder move. The yellow had several, the white one had one. The red obviously had the famous move. And then in this blue hole, they had to push with both hands. Really cool, again, funny evert, really cool ascent, displaying a lot of hip flexibility. Then the last problem was the secret problem that they didn't get to try beforehand. And well, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite problem. Again, a lot of pushing, and I think, but at this point I was a little bit tired of the pushing, and I'm guessing that the climbers were exhausted of all that pushing. But a really good display of raw power by the world champion Petra Klingler. That was cool. And by the way, Shonakoshi ended up sending this problem after the competition. And yeah, those are my thoughts on La Sportiva Legends Only 2017. Let me know yours. What do you think about the setting? Did you like the problems? Did you like this new move that they had? And what about the yellow problem? Did you like it as much as I did? And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, because that really helps. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.